Elvie Jewels is a family business based out of Sydney's iconic QVB. When COVID hit, it was tumbleweeds at their store, so owners John and Nicolle pivoted to online. Terrific. Now coming out the other side, they're looking to see where to put their focus. Carrie, is this a problem you're also seeing at Mums & Co with your members, or even with your own business? Sort of businesses pivot away from their traditional operation and are finding it difficult to embrace both when we come out of the pandemic.
It's been a rather challenging for some, rewarding for others, 18 to 24 months. Focus is something that I think is continually that challenge for any business owner. But I think with pivoting, I always take that test and learn approach. So if you have pivoted across to something, then those metrics that you set in terms of figuring out if it was a success, if it is a success, keep sort of applying more time, more resources, more budget to it. And then, reiterating on that and learning from it. So I think whilst that focus is somewhere different, that's okay if it's delivering on the metrics of success that you've defined.
And you can do both.
Yeah.
And that's the perfect thing to go back to the traditional business plan, have the pivot working as well. All of a sudden you've got a couple of strings to your bow.
Yeah, and there was massive innovation during this last, 24 months.
Yep.
We've had more digital adoption, we've had more people doing e-commerce, and that's opened another revenue stream for them.
Absolutely. Now, a few weeks ago, we sent in KBB expert Jane Cay to help John and Nicolle realign their business for success. Now she's back to see how they're going, operating both at their store and online.
Hello. Hi, thanks so much for coming. Thank you. This is my store.
It's beautiful, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, so this is our engraving pieces.
Yes.
So these are all the pieces that the people can get personalised and engraved. We do the engraving in store, so I'll just show you quickly where we do all the engraving.
Yeah.
Just in that little corner over there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So it all happens here?
It does,
So
yeah.
literally I can fall in love with something here.
Yeah.
And then I can walk away with it.
Absolutely.
Engraved.
Within 10 minutes. So this is our little gorgeous gift bag, and it comes in the gift box.
So this one is one of your best sellers, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's the initial piece, so it's just really simple. An initial, we can do initial on the front, initial on the back.
Yes.
And we've grown that range to have earrings. We've had double initials, a necklace, a ring. We've got the bracelet, the necklace. So it's a really easy piece.
Now that Jane has seen how Nicolle manages the Elvie Jewels store, she's headed back to their office to check in with John.
So John, since we last got together, I was lucky enough to visit Nicolle in your beautiful, your beautiful and tiny QVB.
It's small. What did you think of it?
Well, I was amazed at actually how much traffic was going past now, but Nicolle actually told me that was, compared to what is normal, it's still just a trickle, really.
With COVID, there's been a lot of people still working from home, as you are aware. So we are in a high traffic area, which is great, which is why I love being in there. And it's like a prestigious place to be, the Queen Victoria building.
I love the signage and the way that you were, as you're walking past, you can really see, it pops out and says, we do engraving, personalise me, and talks to customers they're walking past, so it creates that curiosity and draws people in. I noticed it drawing people in.
Yeah, well, that's what we're all about, basically the personalisation, and people love that we do it in store. And even though it says, I think there's signs that say, take me home today, we engrave in store, people still can't believe that how fast we can turn it around, that they can just wait a few minutes and take it home with them.
Yeah, so while we're talking about customers, let's just dig a little bit deeper, because last time we spoke, you were going to go away and find out a little bit more, ask your customers some questions. How have you gone with that?
Yeah, so we conducted a survey. We went out to all our customers and we got a great response back. And we found a few things that we sort of knew and some things that were, I guess, a surprise.
Excellent.
So, most of all, we found out that the customers love Elvie brand, like they love us.
Yeah.
They love the affordability and the quality of the jewellery. So as you know, like our material is slightly different to sort of what you may find elsewhere. We use a lot of stainless steel, and that is very strong material, very hard wearing, doesn't tarnish or anything. We found customers love that. Still looks great. We also asked a question about would the customers pay for the shipping or pay for extra for a gift packaging and so forth. So most of the customers were open to paying extra for extra services, but with the gift box, there was a good, I sensed they expected to come in a box.
The expectation, yes. Okay, well that's really interesting. That's good insights, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, very much so.
Earlier in this episode, Jane paid a visit to Nicolle and Elvie Jewels to see how daily operations were carried out. Now, Jane is going over the results of a recent customer survey with John to see what clients really think of their business.
So what else did you learn?
We also asked them about shopping in store or shopping online, because as you know, our lease is coming up in the next 12 months.
Yes.
And it's a big overhead having a physical location.
Yes.
We didn't really get a clear indication, like customers were sort of open to shopping in store and some were preferred shopping. It was very split.
And then some were obviously open to both.
Yes. I do love having a store in the Queen Victoria building. Like there's a certain, I guess, it's prestige to it.
But it's got to make sense, doesn't it?
The numbers,
it looks nice.
Exactly. Yes, it's got to stand up on its own 2 feet.
Yeah, it absolutely does. But it sounds like it just might. And maybe when we get to the bottom of the numbers, we might find that the store is a really important element.
Yeah.
It's certainly, for someone like us, even though now 95% of our business is online and 5% is in store, it's such an important element for us to understand our customers needs. She walks in, she tells us all about her life and what's going on and how we become part of her wardrobe solution. And I think for you, her gifting solution, there is so much gold in the interactions and in the learnings that you're having on the floor. And if you're continually evolving your product, it's great to be with your customers experiencing your product, which helps you then know which direction to go and you know, find that temperature check, if you like, with your customers. And what about product? What did they tell you about the product?
So there was a clear feedback from the customers that we need to increase our product range.
Okay, so variety.
Definitely, we need some new styles, some new designs. It could just mean that we need to offer more different styles of engraving or maybe some whole different pieces. I mean, that's also, again, something that we need to look into, and maybe we need to check the numbers on which ones are selling the most and maybe offer more
This
ones
is where
like
you
that.
can get creative, I think, John. This is about freshness. Girls love the new thing. So, it is really exciting. As someone who's in fashion, you know, bringing out new ranges all the time, keeps customers interested, keeps them coming back to find out what's new, what's coming out. One of the things we talked about, and if you agree, I'm happy to share a template for a cash flow budget. And it would be great to really understand the numbers sitting in behind the store and the online. So are you prepared to take a spreadsheet and get dirty with it?
Yes, I'm looking forward to it.
So I'm going to leave you with that, and are you happy to jump in with the spreadsheet and do your darndest?
Absolutely.
Then the other thing, obviously, the big decision you're making around whether you stay where you are, what would be the alternatives? Would it be to go into the suburbs, because maybe that has shopping changed? Is you know, where are your competitors? Where are they placed? And probably just a pros and cons list.
Yeah, I think that's great. That's really inspiring. I'm definitely going to think about that.
Awesome. Thanks, John.
Thanks,
Can't wait
Jane.
to meet with you again.